Hello and welcome to an episode of the Landscaper Growth Show. My name is Mark Lamberth. I'm your host. Today I'm speaking with Ash Yazdi at SoCal Landscaping and Gardening in Los Angeles. Ash, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. So we've done a ton of research. You guys got a couple of companies. I'd love to kind of unpack what you guys are up to, but I'd like to start just by hearing what services you provide for your customers there in LA.
So we offer essentially everything from softscape to gardening to development, you can say, through our other company. So, anything from concrete work to tile work to pavers to, softscape design.
Okay, amazing. And so concrete tile pavers, this is going to be in the outdoor space. I mean, that's effectively hardscaping. I mean, everything that you're doing is
Correct.
outdoors. You're not doing any kind of interior construction, that kind of thing.
We do through another company as well.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I grew up in the construction space. My parents were contractors. My whole family came from the contracting space. So kind of naturally developed a passion for, both the remodel interiors and then exteriors as well. I kind of, took my passion more on the exterior side. I still have family that does the interior, and we kind of all work together now to explain it a little bit more.
Fantastic. How many people do you have on your team?
So we have 4 people direct, and then we have a bunch of people that we sub for, projects as well. We have about 4 crews of subs as well. That range anywhere from like 4 to 6 people.
Okay. Wow. No kidding. Okay. And then what is the geographic area that you guys are working in?
We operate mainly out of Los Angeles, and then Southern California. We do Orange County as well.
Okay. Great. And then so you came from a background in construction. How long have you guys, whether it's a collective as the family or just yourself, how long have you guys been focused on the kind of landscaping side of things?
So unofficially about 5 years, officially about 2 years. And what I mean by that is like before we kind of, started marketing as a landscaping company, we were still doing exterior remodels for the past 5 years. And then past 2 years, we actually set up an LLC, kind of established things and, branched off of the original construction company.
Got it. So, we have another podcast. We talk with a lot of builders and kind of home service, companies at the kind of builder level. And in Landscaper Growth Show here, just working with landscapers and lawn care companies. Curious how you kind of made that pivot yourself from, doing the kind of construction, remodeling type work that you got a lot of experience in, family's got a lot of experience in, to focusing more now on kind of the outdoor landscape and hardscape niche.
I think it was a natural transition. A lot of people, when you're doing their exterior, whether it's a remodel project, they're looking for someone to come in periodically and kind of just maintain the work that they've done. So from that, we kind of started a gardening company and a maintenance company so we took basically both of our, I guess you can say, our projects, and then we kind of moved to the maintenance side of maintaining those projects after the fact. And then vice versa, we have a lot of maintenance customers now that ask us for hardscape projects down the line too. So it was kind of a natural transition, and they, cohesively work together.
Yeah. So you guys are doing the maintenance, the kind of lawn care, mowing, and this type of stuff as well?
Correct.
Okay. Can I ask what percentage is the kind of maintenance? I'm just kind of curious, what percentage is sort of the maintenance, lawn mowing, kind of recurring type work versus the kind of project landscaping and hardscaping work?
I would say the reoccurring is about maybe 15 to 20% of the revenue of the company. We've kind of transitioned to only take on high-end clientele for the maintenance as well as commercial maintenance. So we kind of moved away from your traditional just single-family homes and moved towards the higher-end markets.
Man, I love that. I'd love to hear more about that. So, I mean, we're always talking with, folks we work with in the landscaping niche to encouraging them to raise their prices, to, as much as possible, work with an affluent client base. There's just so many benefits that come from that, working in affluent neighborhoods. How have you, and especially on the kind of maintenance side of things, because, that can be, for some companies, seems like that can be a little bit of a struggle to get the margin that they need to grow the business. How did you choose to focus more on what's the thinking with working with this more affluent, higher end customers specifically with your kind of maintenance side of things?
Well, you actually kind of just highlighted it. There was no real money in just regular maintenance work for your, just I guess you could say traditional homes. We would come out, I mean, whether we were doing 4 times a month, charging customers $200 to $250 a month, right? 4 visits, you're not really making money on that. We would send 2 employees. Typically, you pay those employees, let's say $20 an hour. You're netting not really much profit at the end of the day. So people, especially in this market, weren't really willing to pay double the price for your traditional home. So we've tried to find a market that was willing to pay that higher ticket for a better service. So we didn't want to be a typical mow and blow company where you just come in, we spend 10 minutes on the property, 20 minutes on the property, we leave. We wanted to cater towards your high-end customers that expect a lot more per visit and really value like the extra mile, and I guess you can say the communication aspect of going out to those homes and maintaining their homes.
Man, I love that. So route density is an important piece for you guys, right? I mean, any company landscapers going out. Okay. So when you're focused on when route density is a just key part of what you're doing, key part of the business model, how do you go towards those more affluent neighborhoods? I mean, how have you kind of broken into that? Because I mean, maybe anybody can go out and get, one client in a really nice neighborhood, but that's also not really going to work. You need to really have, kind of a cluster of homeowners there. How have you guys kind of chosen to go for that market and been successful in landing kind of those clients in the tight kind of route that works for you guys?
So I would say one, guerrilla marketing, your door hangers, your door knocking is essentially a great way to kind of start. Once you're able to lock down a few homes, word of mouth goes a long way. People obviously want to refer you to their neighbors and friends and families that usually live in the same areas as they do. So really it started off with the guerrilla marketing and then transitioning to a great customer experience. From that great customer experience, we've received a lot of referrals, and that's how we've kind of grown the business on the higher end side of things.
I love it. I noticed that you guys have got a ton of great reviews. You guys have got, 80 plus reviews. It's really pegged at 5 stars. That's not always easy to do, right? I mean, stuff comes up, scheduling conflicts, whatever, different things. You guys are clearly doing amazing work. Is there a process that you have for collecting reviews? I mean, obviously these are honest, reviews you're getting from clients. And sometimes when you ask, folks say, yeah, I will, but they don't have time or whatever. Do you have any kind of automated process or any kind of tips on how someone can collect more reviews so they can showcase their work and get their name out there better?
The way we've done it is really actually incentivizing our crew members to go out and get reviews, whether it's we pay them $20 to $50 a review they get. So it's really just incentivizing the employees to get you the reviews as the home or as the company owner. It's, you send out the review request to the customers. They do exactly what you just said, where, hey, I'll get to this. Yeah, absolutely. We'll leave you a review. They never actually get to it. So it's really just incentivizing the guys to do it while they're actually on the job site and face to face with the customer. They go to the customer, they let them know, hey, if you can leave this review, it helps me out a lot. With that, we pay them anywhere from $20 to $50 per review.
Man, I love it. So smart. So smart. Fantastic. Well, regarding kind of looking into the future here, you guys have got, a couple of different companies, SoCal, landscaping, gardening, also evolution design and construction, which is kind of the hardscaping branch. What are your plans moving ahead regarding kind of growth? I mean, are you guys still in growth mode? Or are you guys kind of in a nice level place where you're at with your team?
No, I mean, we're always in growth mode, right? I mean, the goal is to always grow the business and keep scaling and, continue making more money. So, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to double the size of the business next year. We were able to double this past year and, yeah, keep growing from there.
I love it. Fantastic. Well, Ash, if folks are in the Los Angeles area looking for a great landscaping company to work with, whether it be softscape or hardscaping or maintenance, what are some of the best ways to get in touch with you guys?
Through Instagram, through Facebook, through, go to our website, socallg.com. give us a call directly, and we'll always have somebody answer the phone or get back to you pretty quickly there.
Love it. So that's SoCal LG, like landscape gardening, SoCalLG.com. You can find them there or over on Instagram and Facebook. Fantastic, Ash. I really appreciate you taking time out of your afternoon here to teach your audience, how you've been running a successful company. Thank you for your time, and really wish you the best in 2026 here.
I appreciate your time as well.